Miss Pretty, and welcome to my channel called Let's Talk with the Precious. So, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to find the right priest or priestess in the 21 divisions. So, to those of you who don't know, here on my YouTube channel, I'm initiated in the 21 divisions, which is known as Dominican Voodoo or Voodoo from the Dominican Republic. I am a servidora, which means I am an initiate of the 21 divisions, but I'm also a minister to the spirits or a servant of the spirits. So that means that I could do workings for people, that I can cleanse, that I can do consultas or consults with the 21 division spirits, and I can do candle magic and so on and so forth, but I cannot initiate and I can't do certain ceremonies. So, as a servidora, I cannot initiate people in, and I can't do certain workings, and I can't do certain rituals or sacrifices because I am not a mambosa or a mambo or a high priestess in the 21 divisions yet. So that is my intro. That is my role in the 21 divisions. And so now I'm going to go into detail about what the 21 divisions is. I know on this channel I've talked a lot about Santeria, Lukumi, Regla de Osha, but I don't think I've talked too much about the 21 divisions. So the 21 divisions is voodoo from the Dominican Republic. So a lot of people know when it comes to the Caribbean, there are a lot of different African traditional religions. And what a African traditional religion is, it is a religion that comes from many of the West African countries in Africa, mainly Nigeria, mainly the Republic of the Congo, mainly Benin. Benin, I want to say, is a small country in Western Africa, but Benin is like the foundation of a lot of the African traditional religions that are in the Caribbean, such as a Haitian voodoo, such as Dominican voodoo, such as Santeria, such as Sanse, and so on and so forth. So those are pretty much so the Western African countries are like the foundation countries, the root countries where a lot of the African traditional religions come from. So a lot of people know that when it comes to the Caribbean, there are a lot of different African traditional religions, such as Palamayombe, you have Santeria, you have Haitian Voodoo, you have Sanse, you have Espiritismo, and you have Obea, Mial, and you have, those are the only ones that come to mind right now. But there are tons of African traditional religions practiced in the Caribbean. So those are the ones that you have. Now, when it comes to the 21 divisions is pretty much 21 subdivisions. Well, it's not 21 subdivisions. The way that it's been explained to me is that the 21 divisions is pretty much 21 different divisions that so happen to be divided into three subdivisions. And those three subdivisions would be the white division or La División Blanca. It would be the Indian division or La División India. And you have the black division, which is La División Negra. So there are 21 divisions, but they've been separated into three subdivisions. And those three subdivisions are the black, the white, and the Indian. And when you think of the culture of the Dominican Republic, it's a perfect description of what the Dominican people are deprived of. Not deprived of, excuse me, but it's a perfect description of what the Dominican people are made of, which is the black, the white, or the Spanish, and the Indian. So, the 21 divisions is pretty much a good description of what makes up the people of the Dominican Republic. So, I remember on my other page, my TikTok page, I had a video up of Azilidanto. To those of you who know who Azilidanto is, you know that Azilidanto is considered the mother of Haiti, and I'll show you a picture of what she looks like. So, this is Azilidanto. So, Azilidanto is seen as the mother of Haiti because she is the Loa or the spirit that sparked a idea or a thought into the African slaves in Haiti for them to start the revolt so that they could be the first free black nation in the Western Hemisphere. So that's why she's considered the mother of Haiti. Now, even though Izuridanto is seen as a Loa and is respected as a Loa in Haitian voodoo, and she's seen as the mother of Haiti, we recognize her too in the 21 divisions or in Dominican voodoo. Because when you look at the picture here of the 21 divisions, she is a part of the black division. So, like I said before, you have the, I know you can't see it this well, that well. So, this is what you have here. So, you have the white division up here, and then you have the black division down here, and this is where Zilidanto is. So Zilidanto is a part of the black division in the 21 divisions. I had a couple Haitian people come on my TikTok page saying, oh, Dominicans take things from the Haitians. Oh, Dominicans claim to not like us, but then y'all take everything from us. That's not true. Because we recognize Zilidanto as a Misterio in the 21 divisions, because she is a Misterio in the 21 divisions. Yes, she does have the same image and the same name that she does in Haitian voodoo, just like she does in Dominican voodoo, but that doesn't mean that we stole her or that we took her from Haitian voodoo and we're saying, well, we took Isilanto from Haiti and now she's a Dominican Loa, or not Loa, now she's a Dominican Misterio, so bam, we took her and this is our image now. That's not what that that's not what that was, and that's not what that is. Azilidanto is a Loa, but she's also a Misterio. Now, I know a lot of people in the 21 divisions, they call the spirits Loas like they do in Haitian voodoo. I don't call the spirits in the 21 divisions Loas. A lot of people in the Dominican, I don't want to say in the Dominican Republic, a lot of people from what I've noticed in the 21 divisions and in Dominican voodoo, they do mix Haitian voodoo with Dominican voodoo. And if you're not familiar with both religions, it can be very confusing because I've seen it in the Dominican Republic and even here to an extent. But yes, you do have some 21 divisions, priests or priestesses mix Haitian voodoo up with Dominican voodoo. I don't like that because it's confusing and it could be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, especially when it comes to mixing and mingling between two different religions, but that is true. So, when it comes to Haitian voodoo, I call their spirits Loas. When it comes to Dominican voodoo spirits, I call them Misterios. I don't like mixing names and stuff like that because I don't want to be confused, but I don't want to cause confusion to people who don't know about the 21 divisions or Haitian voodoo. So, even though, and the thing is, the images of the spirits in both religions look the same, they have the same picture because this is the same picture that's used for Azilidanto. This is the same picture used for Azilifreda, but we call her Metreseli. This is the same picture that's used for Papa Legba, and we call him Papa Legba too. And then who else looks the same? Ayizan, we call her Santa Clara in the 21 divisions, but in Haitian voodoo, she's known as Ayizan, the first Mambo in Haitian voodoo. And you have Ogun Fege, and then you have, no, wait, that's the wrong one. This is Ogun Balindio, and then you have Ogun Fege right here. And so the pictures, so yes, when it comes to Dominican voodoo, and when it comes to the 21 divisions, the pictures for the spirits are the same. And that's kind of where it can get confusing at too if you're not aware of the two religions, that the same pictures that are used for the Loas and Haitian voodoo, the same pictures are used for the Misterios in the 21 divisions. Because like I said, this is a Zilidanto in Haitian voodoo, and then in 21 divisions, same picture is Zilidanto. So that's the distinction, and those are the two religions. So Haitian voodoo and then Dominican voodoo. And then The pictures that are used for the Loas and Haitian Voodoo are the same as the pictures used for the Mysterios and the 21 Divisions, but the energy is different. And the reason why I say that is because some people like to think that everything is the same when it's not. Because I will say this, like in Haitian voodoo, when it comes to Loas, they say like our Loas have force or they have power. In the 21 divisions, we say that the Mysterios have fuerza, which is power. So when it comes to the fuerza or the power, from my experience of working in both religions, the Haitian voodoo spirits are a lot stronger and have a lot more force and a lot more power. And I believe it's because Haitian voodoo is roughly African as opposed to Dominican voodoo or the 21 divisions where the Africanness I feel like has been softened by the Catholic Church or by the Catholicism that's brought in because everybody has their own experiences, everybody has a difference of opinions. But with my experience from working with the Loas versus working with the Mysterios and the 21 divisions, the Loas are a lot stronger but the Mysterios seem to be a lot softer. Now, I'm not saying that the 21 divisions don't work. The 21 divisions don't have power because they do. Like Santa Marta has power, Anaisa has power, Medresli has power, and Medresli can actually scare you. Like Erzuli Freda is strong. She's the Loa of love, romance, and prosperity and luxurious lifestyle living, all of that. Metresely is the same way too, but I want to say Metresely is how can I say it? Metresely appears to be sweet and nice and kind, but when you mess with one of her kids, it's like the mask comes off. Like I worked with her and she defended me and I didn't know she could do something like that. I'm like, okay. Now I see what you're working with Metresely because people in the 21 divisions they like to downplay Metresely. Like in Haitian Voodoo, as Lily Freda is seen as like, oh, you're my mother, oh, you're the great force of Lily Freda, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're just so beautiful. And like with the 21 divisions, it depends on the house. She'll either get a lot of love and recognition or she won't. Cause I feel like some people in the 21 divisions they think that Metresely is weak. That she's just a pretty, Mysterio. All she does is just prance around and cry all the time. And but Metresely has a hidden power. She appears to be strong and she appears to be Metresely appears to be like feminine and sweet and soft and just so like melancholy and everything. But like I said, if you're a child of hers and somebody is bothering you or bullying you and whatnot, she'll show them like, hey, don't mess with her. Like I may have this sword in my heart that's causing me all this heartache, but I could take this sword out and fight you with it if I need to. Like Medresely does that. So that's Medresely's like hidden talent or like hidden defense. She can defend you. Um, so yeah, that's the difference between the Mysterios in the 21 Divisions and the Loas and Haitian Voodoo. Now, another thing is the initiations. So when you are initiated into the 21 divisions, these are the steps that it goes. So, refresco. A refresco is a 1 day ceremony where you are pretty much you're brought in to the house or the in the 21 divisions they have houses and then like in the Dominican Republic a lot of the houses tend to be the home of the Mambo or the Hugan. So whichever one you go to it starts there. The beginning is a misa and the misa is pretty much your um, it's pretty much like what praise and worship is in the church, but it's like you're praising and worshiping with the mysterios or the spirits. So they come in, the music is played, the table is set up with the pictures and candles and offerings, and so you pretty much start talking or hearing messages from the mysterios during the misa and they let you know what you need to hear. So it's kind of like it's like a reading, but it's more so like a ceremonial reading where the spirits are speaking to you through like the music and the ceremonies and things like that. Then after that, then you have your refresco done. So a refresco is pretty much like a head washing, and so when you do a head washing, your your head is opened up, but it's refreshed so that you have a stronger connection with your mysterios or with the spirits. But I will say with the misa is supposed to be made up of the mysterios or the spirits that are within your spiritual court, because they are the ones working together that will bring you this far or as far as they want to bring you in your spiritual walk or path in the 21 divisions. And they're really the ones who dictate what goes on in your ceremonies and what goes on in rituals and what goes on in your life path. So they're the ones that's supposed to be present at the misa when the misa is done per se. So that's the part. So that's how the refresco goes. And then when you have your refresco done, you're supposed to come in white. And when you dress in white, you pretty much get, purified and cleansed of the refresco, and you have a stronger connection and a clearer connection with your spirits, so that when they communicate with you, you can hear them a lot better than you did before. But you also receive a stronger line of protection. That's the thing that people leave out when it comes to getting initiated, because I hate how social media has people thinking that everybody needs to be crowned, everybody needs to be initiated, and everybody needs to um, be a mambo or hugan to practice this stuff, and you don't. You can practice the 21 divisions if you're not initiated, but you should not be doing things that initiates do, like cleansing, divining, and initiating and rituals and so on and so forth. If you're not initiating 21 divisions, you can practice, you can pray, and you can set up altars, but you can't initiate, you should not be initiating people. You shouldn't be divining for people, and you shouldn't be doing work. Now, if you want to, it's best to have a consulta or a consult done with someone who's initiated like me, or with a mambo or with the hugan of the 21 divisions. And they will be able to tell you for sure if the mysterios want you to be initiated or not. That's the way it goes. Now, as far as getting crowned in the 21 divisions, because in the 21 divisions, you will find out who is your crown. Now, when you have consultas done, from my experience, you will find out the mysterios that are in your spiritual court. And and as far as finding out who crowns your head, I didn't know who crowned my head until I got initiated when I had my refresco done. So as far as finding out who your crown mysterio is, it could come out in a consulta, or it could come out during your ceremony. So that's either or. But don't confuse it with being crowned like you would in Santeria. Because I don't know why a lot of like Dominicans say like the 21 divisions is Santeria Dominicana. And you have even some people in the 21 divisions calling themselves Santeras or Santeros. I'm like, when did we start doing that? Because to me, like I said, every house is different. Everybody learns different and whatnot. But like I said, with the naming of the spirits, the Loas and the Mysterios, I'm not mixing that. And I'm not calling 21 divisions Santeria Dominicana, because that's not what it is. Like Santeria is a name within itself and the description of what Regla de Rocha or Lucumi is, because Santeria pretty much means the way of the saints, because the slaves in Cuba had to disguise the Orishas with the saints, and that's why they called it Santeria. But I'm noticing that, like in the 21 divisions, the priestesses calling themselves Santeras, and then they're calling 21 divisions like Santeria Dominicana or Dominican Santeria. And I'm like, that's not what that is. Like I said, I don't know where they got the name from or how they learned, but I'm not calling it that. Because that just adds on to more confusion and blending and stuff. And I don't like it. When you have too much mixture and people don't know stuff, it just causes a lot of confusion. Like I said, people who are in this stuff for real and they know the difference between the two, they can they could mix stuff in and not blow up in their faces and it not be messy. So people should know what they're doing when they're mixing stuff. But I'm like, to people from the outside looking in that don't know, it causes a lot of confusion. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, so I'm not calling it Santeria Dominicana. I'm calling it 21 divisions. So you have the refresco that gets you into Santeria. So the first step of I'm sorry, not Santeria, 21 divisions. So the first step of initiation to the 21 divisions religion is the refresco. So that's your head wash. Then the second step of you being the second, well, okay, I don't want to make anything confusing. So to get into the 21 divisions as far as being initiated, you have to get your refresco. That's what gets you into the religion. Now the steps that I'm about to go into, you should only be doing this, in my opinion, if you plan on being a priest or a priestess. Because if it's not in your path to be a priest or priestess, but it's in your path to be initiated, then you just need a refresco. When you have your refresco done, you're going to get your panuelos, or some people call them the fulas or panuelos, which will be the flags of the misterios in your spiritual core. You're going to get a bell or a campana, a picture, and your cup, like those white blue rim cups. They use these all the time in Haitian voodoo. And then the basin that you had your refresco done in. Now, this is something that I did learn, and this is something that I don't do. Some people may do it. When you receive your refresco, it will be an option for you to keep your head water so that you can work with your water. And I'm about to reveal a secret that a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of people don't know or whatever, but I do. So, head water. Head water is the water that is rinsed from your head when you have your refresco done. So when your head is washed or rinsed during your ceremony, it will be collected. Sometimes it'll be collected into like a bottle, or it'll be collected in a basin, or it may even be collected in a tub, depending on how much water was used in your refresco. There will be an option for you to keep this water if you want to. A lot of priests or priestesses say you should keep your head water from your refresco because you can work it, because you can divine with it. You could do whatever you want to. I personally don't like keeping head water because I'm like, if this was used to cleanse my head and to wash my head of all impurities, why would I want to keep it? Because the old me is in that water. Now, warning, if you have a head washing done, there's different types of head washes that could be done. There's head washings that could be done that are not initiatory head washings, or like a head washing to get you in a religion, to cleanse your head, purify your head so that you can either receive blessings, love, money, or whatever you want to receive from that spirit. And then there's initiatory head washings, head washings that are used to initiate you into different religions. This is a warning. If you don't want to keep your head water, discard it. Don't let the priest or priestess keep your head water. Don't let nobody in the house keep your head water, because people can work you with head water. What I mean by working you with water is that when your head is washed, and when your head is purified, and when your head is cleansed, you a piece of you is in that water. And so when a piece of you is in that water, it's almost as if your blood, your hair, your skin, whatever is in your DNA is in that water, even if you are in that water spiritually. The reason why I say if you don't want to keep your head water, and the reason why I say if you don't want to keep your head water, you should discard it, is because people can hex you with your head water. People can curse you with your head water. People can control you, manipulate you, bully you like head water can be used like a candle when you're working on people, when you're praying on people, when you're divining for people. Like water has a lot of spiritual purposes. Some people don't know, like when it comes to the African traditional religions, we all recognize the four elements, which is earth, wind, water, and fire. And so all four of those elements can be used to manifest anything when it comes to the African traditional religion. So when it comes to water, like your head water, if you don't want to keep that head water, don't let the priest keep it, priestess, but whoever did the ceremony, if you don't want it, don't let them keep it, because you don't know what they're capable of doing, you don't know what they want to do, and you don't know what they could be using that for in their back pocket when you make them mad or whatever, or just in case they want to be mean. Because there's a lot of corruption going on in the spiritual community at this point, at this moment right now. You have a lot of corruption, you have a lot of people pretending to be Mambos and Hugans, pretending to be high priestesses, pretending to be people people that they're not. And you know, and then another thing about the spiritual community is that you don't always have to make somebody mad for them to hex you or to do something against you. Some people will just do stuff because they feel like it. And so that's why I say with your head water is just as good as blood, hair, skin, urine, like any form of DNA, because water holds power, water holds essence, water holds spirits. Like that's why, like Lake Lanier, for example, that's why people say Lake Lanier is cursed. And even like the Loch Ness monster, that they said, like, you know, the famous picture, they don't even talk about the Loch Ness monster anymore, but you know, like the Loch Ness monster, where they said that there was an image of this creature and it looked like somebody's, you know, arm fist coming up out of the water, and it looked around and then it went back in. There's been like a lot of different theories and ideas about who that was or what it was. And then you've had people from the Caribbean, like Jamaica, talk about mermaids being seen in the water, and then even like places in Africa, like how people talk about the waters having spirits and the waters having different energies. I mean, a lot of the spirits in Santeria, like Obanani and Oshun and Yemaya, they come from these waters in Africa, like the Oba River and the Oshun River in Nigeria. So water has power, water has energy, water has spirits. So when you get a head wash, and if you don't want to keep your water, discard it. You should not let anybody keep your head water. You should not let anybody use your head water without your permission. And, you know, like I said, to each his own. I don't believe in keeping head water and stuff after ceremonies that I've had done. Because I'm like, if I was cleansed and purified and what I didn't want on me anymore is in that water, it needs to go out just like the old me did. So I don't know the purpose. Like I said, everybody's different when it comes to keeping head water and stuff like that, or their own head water after they get cleansed and whatnot. But I'm not keeping it. So that's that. Now, if it's in your path for you to be initiated as a Mambo or as a Hugan in the 21 divisions, after your refresco, the second ceremony is to be a caballo or a horse. When you become a horse or when you become a caballo, that's when the spirits will start to possess you or mount you. Spirit possession, spirit mounting is very real in the 21 divisions. When you get mounted by the spirits, that's when they will manifest different messages that will manifest it's like swallowing another person pretty much. When you become a caballo, your body will open up, your portals will open up to receive the energies of the mysterios. And so that ceremony, I want to say, is like a 1 to 2 day ceremony when you develop, when you start, it's kind of like character building of the mysterios. Like you start to develop the essence, the spirits, and the foresight or the force of the mysterios in your body. And this is what builds you up. Like if you ever go to like fiestas in Haitian voodoo, they call them fêtes. Or if you go to like parties or fiestas that are dedicated to like Anaisa or Gumalindio or Santa Marta, when the mambo or the hugan is there, they will welcome in the misterio, and all of a sudden they'll be mounted, and people will come up and receive like gifts from the misterios, or they'll give gifts to the misterio, and they're hearing messages and things of that nature. You know, that's what that is. That's the whole point of becoming a caballo, so that whenever the spirit possesses you or mounts you, you'll be able to give accurate messages. The third step is when you become a mambo or a hugan, it's an 8 day ceremony. There's a lot of things involved in that. You have drumming and um, altars that will need to be set up, and a lot of different things that go on. And then you will get baptized, and you'll be baptized, and then you'll be baptized. You will have a different ceremony of different things going on. It's a 7 to 8 day ceremony. And so there's a lot of things that you will there's a lot of things that you will experience, and a lot of things that you will see, and a lot of things that you will enjoy, and a lot of things that you will experience. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that latter half because there is a lot of information out there about the 21 divisions, but I don't feel like giving all that up because I feel like a lot of this stuff is sacred and it should be kept that way, because the 21 divisions is a very sacred religion. We take it very in we love our mysterios, we love our spirits, and we love our religion. And I notice how like Haitian voodoo is very mainstream. You could find like every little detail of the ceremonies of Haitian voodoo all over the internet, all online. And I want to say it is easier to find a mambo or a hugan in Haitian voodoo than it is to find one in the 21 divisions, because the 21 divisions, it was a little open like during the pandemic, where it was a lot easier to get initiated or to get consultas or consults with people. But now it's a lot more secretive, it's a lot more toned down, and it's a lot more preserved, because you won't it's not that easy to find too many people that are initiated in the 21 divisions, especially with mambos and hungans. And if you do, it's a secret. It's kind of like one of those things where you have to know someone or know people in order for you to be initiated, or you have to be led by your ancestors in order for you to find the right fit to be initiated. So, and that's what I want to leave off in this video, because the whole title of this video is to know how to find the right priest or priestess in the 21 divisions to initiate you, if initiation is a part of your path. So always go to your ancestors. In the African traditional religions, we highly revere our ancestors. So, if you want to know if you should be initiated in the 21 divisions, talk to your ancestors, talk to your people. They are your first line of defense, and they would know for sure. Then, after that, you should get a consult done, or a consulta, by a 21 divisions priest or priestess, a mambo or a hugan. Or if you're not able to find one, Haitian. So I found out my spiritual path through a mambo and Haitian voodoo. Haitian voodoo priests and priestesses, they are very aware of different traditions, and a lot of them are initiated in a lot of different traditions, because you have a lot of Haitians that are initiated in Santeria or Regla de Osha. You have a lot of them that are initiated in Palo as well. So with a Haitian Voodoo Hugan or Mambo, if they do spiritual path readings, they should tell you what your spiritual path is. If you are not able to find a Haitian Voodoo Mambo or a Hugan, then you can go to someone who practices Espiritismo, because with espiritismo is a mixture. Well, there's different types of espiritismo. You have Mesa Blanca, which is the Puerto Rican version. Then you have the Cuban version. Then you have the Venezuelan version. I practice Mesa Blanca. So if you're able to find someone who practices espiritismo deals with a lot of religions, mainly because of Puerto Rican island welcoming so many different ethnic groups and religions there. That's why the spiritual courts and the spiritismo are so mixed and so varied because of all the cultures that came to the island. So they should be able to help you with your spiritual path. Now, Sanse is Puerto Rican voodoo, and it's a combination of Haitian voodoo, Dominican voodoo, Santeria, and Espiritismo, and a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of mixture in Sanse. Those people are a little bit harder to find, especially because a lot of people practice Sanse, but to practice it correctly, you would have to be guided by an elder. Um, so those are the ways to find out what your spiritual path is. I do spiritual path readings, even though I'm a servidora or an abarisha. An abarisha is an initiate in Santeria or Lukumi. So I do spiritual path readings. I could help you and I could tell you what your spiritual path reading is, where you should go. And 21 divisions as far as priests or priestesses, do your research. Like, if you're not able to get anything from your ancestors or if you don't know where to go, do research. You can do research because you have tons of botanicas in the United States. You have botanicas of people who are on the 21 divisions, Haitian Voodoo, Lukumi, Palo, so on and so forth. And you just have to find what you're looking for. But I want to say to use discernment because people in these religions sometimes are not thorough and they're not honest because there's a lot of gatekeeping, there's a lot of toxicity, and there's just a lot of like scammers. Even though these people are legitimately initiated, they will still lie to you. They will still gatekeep things from you, and they may not always be honest with you. And like I said, this stuff is dangerous. People have been unalive, people have gotten sick, people have gotten physically hurt from messing with the spirits because they didn't know what they were doing or they were under the wrong type of leadership or authority. So use discernment when doing research. Make sure that you even get readings done on people you want to go to just to be sure, or just follow your instincts. If it doesn't look right, then it must not be right. But if it looks good, feels good, and everything that you've been thinking is being confirmed, then that's the way to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Don't forget to like, leave positive comments in the comments section, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me here on YouTube. Have a good day.